Hello and welcome to Let's Talk Sport on YouTube and Facebook. I'm Joe Stanley and this week I'm joined by Chelsea fan Jack Price to preview Tottenham Hotspur, and he said Chelsea, and Tottenham Hotspur and Borussia Dortmund.
I wish we were in the Champions League.
In the Champions League, crunch time, the last 16. Big game on the line for Tottenham Hotspur, Jack.
Yeah, very big game. I mean, doing so well in the Premier League at the minute. You know, people are talking about them, whether they're still in the title race. 5 points behind in that, but you know, again, they have to concentrate now on the Champions League. They're out of both domestic cups in England, so they need to obviously prioritise this as well as going for the league. But they're coming up a very tough opponent in Borussia Dortmund. You know, like we looked up before this video, Borussia Dortmund at top of the league, 5 points ahead of Bayern Munich. And it's going to be a really tough test for Tottenham, but the first game for them is at Wembley, so you know they can hit the ground running with a win at the start there.
As you mentioned, Borussia Dortmund are top of the Bundesliga, 5 points ahead of Bayern Munich.
Mm.
Did you say before coming on to this video that they've drawn all their games this month?
They've drawn all their games bar the German Cup, which they lost to Werder Bremen on penalties after extra time. So they're not having the best of running going into this game. So again, that could aid Tottenham, who at this moment in time are looking pretty good in the Premier League. So
obviously Tottenham Hotspur coming into the game last time out, they got the win against Leicester City in the Premier League with the 3-1 win. Jamie Vardy coming on and crucially missing a penalty when it was still 1-0 for Tottenham. That result's going to, well, obviously playing on the Sunday is going to be tiring for Tottenham with them playing on the Wednesday night against Dortmund. But is that result going to have a big impact on this game, confidence-wise, for Tottenham?
I think momentum-wise, it will have an impact. Yeah, of course, like we said, you know, Dortmund, you know, haven't won their previous games, so for Tottenham to do so, you know, it brings them a slight edge. And again, like I said, playing at Wembley, playing at their home for this year, that'll give a slight advantage. I know most teams like to have the away go first, so they're back at home for the second leg, but I think for Tottenham, with the momentum that they're carrying into this, that playing at Wembley will you know, be better for them. And like I said, I think this is something. I know they're going for the league, but I think this is something they need to prioritise, because going out of the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup in the space of a week, I think for this it's quite important to get as far as they can into the Champions League this year. And I know that maybe people will be talking about the fact that Harry Kane and Dele Alli are out of this one, but you know, the way Eriksen and Heung-min Son are playing at this moment in time, I think Tottenham are all right without them.
Let's talk about Harry Kane. Obviously, he was due to be out till the end of March, early April, but there was reports coming out this week that he could be back within the next 2 weeks for Tottenham Hotspur, which would mean he would be back for the second leg. How crucial is that going to be?
Well, the second leg's on the 5th of March, so you know there is time for Harry Kane. You know, we've already seen that he's been training in warmer climates, which is nice, getting a bit of warm weather, and he looks like, you know, he's getting back. Obviously, he doesn't want to damage the ankle too soon into getting back in, but I think especially depends on how this first leg goes. Actually, if Tottenham don't do so well in the first leg, I think second leg they might have to risk Harry Kane, because I know they're going for the Premier League, but you know, with them being the third place, and Liverpool, Man City are really the ones that are going for that. I think maybe Pochettino will want to go for the Champions League. So it depends on how this first leg goes. If he feels like he needs Harry Kane into it, they might risk bringing him back, depending on how fit he is. But yeah, I said before, I think the way Eriksen and Heung-min Son are playing at the minute, you know, they're playing so well, but Tottenham at the minute sort of look like they don't. Well, I don't want to say they don't need Harry Kane, but I think Harry Kane coming back in will be a bonus for them.
I think you look at Borussia Dortmund, they've got the likes of Marco Reus, they've got Goetze when he's fit. Obviously, he's not been fit much this season, but he's still quality when he's fit on the pitch. They've got the solid defence. They've got Akanji, is it how you pronounce it? The Swiss international. Apologies if I've butchered that name. They've got quality all across the pitch. Obviously, I mentioned Royce being the captain as well, and his fitness this season, he's been touch wood for him, because he's a player that I think is quality. He's been managed to put those injury problems to bed this season. How much trouble is he going to cause for Spurs?
Yeah, I think Borussia Dortmund as a whole will be a tough opponent for them. I think they've got a really hard game in Borussia Dortmund. I think it's actually quite an interesting one. You know, you look at Manchester United and PSG is also an interesting one, but I think that one's being highlighted as the big one in the round. But I also think, you know, Dortmund and Tottenham are two great teams going head to head against each other. So I think it'll be a tough test. We have seen that Tottenham's defence sometimes is, a bit lacklustre. You saw on the weekend they gave away a penalty against Leicester, and obviously Jamie Vardy came on and missed that, but they still gave that away for them to Leicester to almost get back into it. So, you know, there are chances for Dortmund to get in. Marco Reus is a huge talent, a bit like Vincent Kompany in the fact that his career has been sort of hampered with these injuries, but if he can stay fit, you know, he is one of the best players in the German league. So I think for Borussia Dortmund, this is a good. If they can get past Tottenham, this is a really good chance to go as far as they can in the Champions League this season.
Pablo Alcacer is also proving a point to Barcelona at Dortmund with his performances.
Yeah, well, you look at Barcelona as well, with the fact that they signed Malcolm, and Malcolm's been struggling there as well. You know, the sending players on loan is sometimes the best thing, and I think. Going into the German league and showing how well that Borussia Dortmund have been doing this season, 5 points ahead of Bayern Munich, who you normally feel are the best team in the league. So Borussia Dortmund are having a wonderful season, and I think Tottenham fans would like to say they are as well. But the way Borussia Dortmund are playing in the Bundesliga, I think that puts them on although they haven't won their last couple of games, I'd say they've got the edge in this game.
I remember a couple of years ago, Tottenham and Dortmund playing each other in the Europa League in 2016.
Times have changed.
And Dortmund going through to face Liverpool in the quarterfinals. But anyway, you got a score prediction for this one?
I think Borussia Dortmund will have an edge overall, but I think Tottenham might go. I think Tottenham might win 2-1, but I think Borussia Dortmund will get that away goal that'll count the most.
You're going 2-1 Tottenham, I'm going 3-1 to Borussia Dortmund.
Wow, you're really thinking they're going to get 3 away goals? Whoa.
Well, I think the quality on the counter-attack, and like you said, Spurs have struggled defensively over the weekend. Spurs, yes, they got Son and Eriksen up front, but they're still lacking that real finisher in Harry Kane, and the talisman not being there is going to show, and Dortmund can relax, not too much defensively, but a little bit more. Harry Kane's not there, in my opinion.
Well, it hurts me to say that Tottenham will win 2-1, being a Chelsea fan, but I think also Borussia Dortmund won't mind getting that, because as long as they get that away goal, I think that's what matters in Champions League football, especially this time when they get into these rounds. But yeah,
one thing's for certain, it's going to be a cracking game.
It's going to be great.
Anyway, that was our preview of Tottenham Hotspur versus Borussia Dortmund. Don't forget to smash like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you all very soon.